check this out. We can edit out how much as we want.
Okay. So just trying to. Yeah, so we'll start this away. Hello, everybody. This is the Querents podcast, where it's two brothers from different mothers, and we're here to tell you what's on our mind today.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to deeply apologize for the long wait, because I'm pretty sure it's at least been a little over a month since our last episode.
A month don't matter, man. It's nothing in internet time. Eventually, these will all be up at the same time, and there'll be minutes between them to the viewers, listeners, you know?
Yeah, no, okay, that's fair. But I mean, hey, I still feel the need to say that, because,
obligations and whatnot.
Yeah, and I don't know, to me at least it just feels a little rude. So, that's why I just wanted to apologize. But anyways, yes, this is episode 2.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Isn't it nice to say that, man?
It's surprisingly pleasantly plump.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just funny because this is our only second episode. But I mean, hey, man, we'll probably be saying the same thing once we reach about 45 to 85 episodes into 110 or whatever the fuck,
A million.
God, dude, 1 million episodes?
No one has 1 million episodes of anything. But it's wonderful. It's nice.
It's a nice little idea. But, it's just, there has been, I want to say, kind of a lot going on since the last time we spoke.
I guess we should say, to distinguish the voices, the person talking right now is Mostazádh.
Mostazádh.
Is that?
Yes, sir. And the person talking now is Csélan, or Carlos, if that helps you out.
We didn't actually say your name in the last episode.
Yeah, no, and it's funny. Okay, so I guess to give a little bit of context, so for a good while now, I guess to sum it up as little as possible, for the longest I felt like something has always been missing in my life, and for a good while I believed that it was my dad, because little TMI, but he had unfortunately passed away when I was only 1 year old.
Yeah.
But I'd always felt like that for a majority of my life. I felt like something was missing, that being a father figure, and the love from a from a loving father figure. But and then I kind of come to realize that maybe it's not that, because I've learned what it means to be a man on my own terms and realize what it really is. And had realized that it was me not having a middle name, and I had thought that Adrian, the middle name I was supposed to get at birth, would have fit the bill, and with that, I had also decided on the idea of going by Adrian from that point on once I have my middle name, but over time I had felt that maybe that won't be so necessary. I mean, of course, I will still go ahead and give my middle name, but just still go by Carlos. Because I wanted to possibly, just by going by a different name, just having a sense of starting anew and, hiding the weak version of me, that being Carlos. But, nah, fuck that.
That was quite a hard pour, man. I'm actually kind of relieved that you said that on microphone. Like that's nice, man. Well done.
Thank you,
dude. That is. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah. In our last recording, our last episode, I addressed myself. I think it was you. I don't know, because I remember that we fumbled over our intros and shit. But yeah, no. Last time I wanted to go by Adrian, but yeah, this time now, that's why I'm addressing myself as Carlos.
I don't even think you said anything about Adrian or Carlos last time, so this is all new.
Well, hey man, better to know than never.
Yeah, it's better to document it than to not document it.
Right.
Yeah, but same sort of shtick. I mean, I'm drunk, you're high, moderately high. You took 2 puffs of whatever you done.
And hey, man, and honestly, and I've kind of realized I'm a lightweight, both in drinking and smoking.
Oh, okay. So this is where we bring up Buckaroo Banzai incident.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. So, good old Sir Mostazádh here.
Yeah, hi there.
He's a pawnbroker, or he works at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
And and I've done a little bit of my own time at a pawn shop, and one thing I can guarantee for sure, you will see a variety of people come through. And that, like, dude, I come across a lady that had like a whole ass katana come in looking to sell it.
Wonderful.
Did she come by your store?
No, but I've seen a few katanas in my time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this one time where this fucking hillbilly dude, he had like straw hat, mullet, everything.
Straw hat.
Yeah, and he came, even overalls too. That's not an exaggeration. Yeah. But no, he came through with a case full of Playboy magazines, hoping to sell them.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, when there is going to be a lot of people coming through that door, if you're working at a pawn shop, there's going to be a lot of people coming through that door.
Definitely.
But anyways, and customers will bring in a batch of DVDs, to make a little quick buck. And over at Mostazádh's store, he had come across a disc that happened to catch his eyes. That being the movie Bonds.
Hold on, we got to say the whole thing. It's right here. Right now.
Okay.
It is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, starring Peter Weller, who is RoboCop. John Lithgow, who's an amazing actor, beautiful.
Right.
Ellen Barkin, who is a woman.
A woman.
I'm sorry.
No, why are you sorry? Keep going.
I don't know what else she's in, but there's Christopher Lloyd too, Doc Brown from Back to the Future. That's the one.
There you go.
There we go. And Jeff Goldblum, who needs no introduction.
Yeah, that man needs no introduction.
Oh yeah, he's wonderful. That movie in general, we didn't watch the whole thing because we were a whole fucking bottle of Jameson. And
hold on, we're getting a little too heady here,
okay,
man.
Go ahead.
Like, and I guess just the real reason, because I mean, when he showed me this, I thought to myself, this motherfucker. But I can't blame him though, because when I looked at when he showed me the cover, like right here, you'd have to put a picture of it.
Of course.
Right, but yeah, like right here, like the cover just screams, graphic design is my passion.
Yeah. 1980s, amazing. Fucking just graphic design, exactly as you said.
Right. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm all for it. And so when that day finally came around, good old Mostazádh here brought a whole bottle of Jameson. And
I'm not sure how large it was, but it was like one of those medium bottles.
Was that a medium bottle?
That was.
You're telling me there's bigger?
There's bigger.
Oh my god.
There's like twice that size.
Oh dude, alcoholics are crazy.
So this bottle I have right here is 12 floral ounces, 355 milliliters.
Right.
That was probably like 5 times this amount. No. The large size is 5 times this amount.
Right.
The regular medium size is like 3 times maybe.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me.
We're gonna quote him.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, but we got like halfway through that movie without getting plauded, and then we did so.
Yeah, and it was just at that point on that it was just like, dude, everything goes downhill from here.
No, we basically blacked out at that. I'm sure you blacked out at that point.
Oh, dude, like I the last thing that I can remember before everything went downhill, was when okay, this is perfect too, because this lines up, because I remember you took pictures of this too. That's probably why I remember it. So yeah, no, it's this scene where it's this dude with dreadlocks, and he's wearing a very nice gray suit. I think it's even kind of shiny a little bit also. And then the main character, Buckaroo Banzai, they were recording something for like a news station or whatever the fuck, and he was wearing these glasses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, is that logic? Is that logic?
Fucking logic.
Logic.
Oh, God.
About to tell the news again that he's fucking... Oh, my God. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna go into it right now.
No, it's nothing inappropriate. I honestly forgot the fucking word. Biracial. I don't know how the fuck I forgot the name there. Anyway, just a jab at Logic, but I'm just kidding. If Logic, if you happen to be listening to this, just know
He
that
ain't fucking listening to this.
Well, if he just so happens to, I'm just saying.
10 years from now.
10 years from now, I'm just saying this now. Hey, if you happen to listen to this, just know that I'm a huge fan. Your music has helped me a lot, and I enjoy your stuff a lot. Okay, just so we're on good terms.
Let's quote this fucking 10/26/2021. Let's date this podcast, right?
Okay, yeah. 10/26/2021. There you go.
All right. Come on, Logic.
Anyway, yeah, so...
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah.
We didn't finish the movie.
We did not finish the movie, and I don't think that was going to happen because, honestly, I felt fucking sick.
Yeah. We walked to the living room. You passed out on the couch pretty much.
Because I remember I was just like, oh, dude, I'm fucked.
Lethargic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude... It was getting bad, and I'm gonna just be honest here, man. I honestly was in a pissy ass mood at first.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of just like, you know what, man? It's whatever. I'm here. I get to chill with my good boy Mostazádh.
Yeah.
And we're just here for a good time. And so as the movie progressed, I saw you were drinking more. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what, man? I'm depressed. Give me some more.
I tell you though, you don't want to mix depressed with depressant because alcohol is like the worst. But it helps kind of if you have the right setting.
If you have the right setting, that is very true.
I tell you what though, myself am the right setting. Ugh.
You are the right setting, John, because honestly, from our family this is probably too TMI, but we're already this deep in the conversation. Our family has a history of alcoholism. Mom, no, not mom.
My dad.
John, TK, Anti-Crystal.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, know that I love you very, very much, but I'm sorry.
You love our family, but you're alcoholics. You don't have to seek help, just seek me. I'll help you out. I'll help you finish your bottle so you drink less.
That's how you do it, man. You drink more. You drink most of their share so that they have little, and they are so drunk.
I wish I could say that, but I feel like they can outdrink me under the table. You'd be surprised. Like our family is
insane. Yeah. No, I've definitely seen worse, I will say.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh Lord. Well, not like worse. I just I can name a couple of family members off the top of my head that I've seen some bad states from.
I'm sure.
But anyway, yeah. So overall, though, it's just from the movie Buckaroo Banzai. It was, and it's funny too because as we got more and more drunk, I will say the movie still made no fucking sense then.
No, hold on. Even if we were sober, it would make no sense because it is above all a product of its time. It is an 80s movie through and through, and it shows.
Right.
Like I watched it expecting some not Back to the Future stuff, but like at least Star Trek stuff where they go to like different planets and shit. I'd assume 8th dimension, they'd go somewhere across space, but it's literally all in like Hodunk, somewhere in America.
Mexico.
It wasn't Mexico, was it?
I mean,
Texas?
No, I wouldn't say Texas. There was just a lot of...
Texas.
There you go. Yeah, that's why his name's Buckaroo Banzai. We're fucking idiots. But, and honestly, you're absolutely right, because it's funny. I don't know, dude. Because, I can't even try to piece it together.
We can't. There's no
fucking way.
No. Especially with the state we were in, it is, nigh impossible.
Yeah, no, we were, like I said, we were not finishing that fucking movie. But no. I would tell you for sure, the overall, though, even if it's made me have slight disgust for Jameson, overall, the experience was pretty great.
It was. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
That was wonderful. But the movie, I still do want to finish it on my own time. In a sober mind.
Right, okay. That's something we can play around with. Which will lead to our next topic.
Yeah.
What we want to do.
Okay.
Not in the terms of life, like what we want to be.
Overarching.
Yeah, not like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I just mean right now.
What we're planning for this.
For this, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure I've stated this idea But of course, many other channels have done it. You know, there's two big channels that like dominate this type of field. Of course, Cinemassacre and Red Letter Media.
You're talking about game reviews?
No, not game reviews.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
we can fuck around with that if you want, but I mean, I'm not very good with writing, so no. I mean, but yeah, I'm getting there in that field.
Yeah.
Of course, like we could fuck around with the idea of reviewing movies.
Oh yeah.
Or, of course, doing playthroughs.
Yeah,
or, you know, other stuff. Those are two I can think of off the top of my head right now. I know there's a third one that I thought of, but I honestly forgot. It'll come back to me later, just you wait.
Eventually.
But yeah, no, so right now, I guess because the whole podcast gist that we're doing now was something that's been in our minds for some time, because I think you first mentioned this back in like maybe November last year.
I've been thinking about this since like 2018. I've been wanting to do this. Really? Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I mean, at least we're doing it now.
Yeah, this is it.
Hell yeah. But
there's still a lot of things that we want to do. Not just
Absolutely.
podcast, but as you said. Go
Right.
ahead, continue.
yeah, and kind of just, you know, be able to expand on her horizons.
Yeah, doing what we want
Yeah.
without being bound by a single formula.
Yeah, because like that's the thing too, because I'm sure, yeah, everyone has seen it at one point where they probably had like a favorite YouTuber they watched for like forever, and over time you just see their channel die because they kept sticking to the same formula.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, one idea may seem like the most absolute fun, but don't get too comfortable with it, because what if you just happen to find an audience that's only there for that one idea?
Then that's all you become.
That's all you
just
become.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're just stuck in this little crate where you're just too afraid to, you know, expand upon that, because when you try different things, people are like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And that's the wonderful about having a minuscule YouTube channel. We can do whatever the fuck we want. And
You're absolutely right.
right.
Yeah. Oh, but just so many possibilities.
they're infinite, truly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But just right now, this is just a little starter.
Yeah.
I guess, and it's probably a good thing overall, because this can help us think of, you know, more stuff we want to do over time.
Yeah, definitely. Like, this podcast is the intro to our, maybe career.
Shit, I mean, hey, man, we'll just have to come back to this 10 years later, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll be in our jobs, FedEx, Amazon. Amazon will rule the world by then, so we'll be working there.
Well, yeah, you know, like scrubbing Jeff Bezos' feet. Fucking hate you. Cunt. Anyway. Probably would have to bleep that out.
No.
No,
It's not getting bleeped out. Jeff Bezos, cunt, same sentence. Easy as that. What were we talking about? What we want to do.
When we were talking, because you know, talking about 10 years later from now on, and then we'll be working in Amazon, because you know Amazon will take over the world.
Of course.
Probably partnered with Disney. Anyway.
Yes.
Pay $10 a month for water.
God. Premium subscription is like mineral water. That's the way to do it.
Dude, okay, so it's funny because I'm sure enough, me and many people, probably you included, I'm not too sure, but have always just hated the idea of subscriptions.
No, I honestly, I could take it or leave it. I don't fucking care.
Right.
It's better than paying like $1 a movie.
That is true. Plus, like, because I'll see some DVDs at like Walmart or whatever, and they'll be selling for like $14.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Just pay $14 a month and get like 10 million fucking DVDs.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's another thing though, because like as you can see here, I mean it's my little humble collection, but
Got a collection though.
Got a collection going though.
Probably paid like $100 for all of them, maybe.
No, I'd probably say shit. Probably roughly like 60.
$60?
Well, oh no, that's probably a stretch. Probably like 45 at least.
All right, well that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Still a good collection.
Yeah.
Thing is though, it's not just like the movies. You're paying for the collection. The idea of having a physical copy is like
exactly. Yeah, no, it's exactly, and it's funny 'cause like Silent Hill 2, for example, that game's almost like $150 or more on eBay. But it's like, well,
ridiculous.
shit, I'll just play it on emulator. But still, I'd say, as long as you are a fan of it, you just want to get it, for collection purposes, go for it. As long as you got the money. But just having a physical copy is important nowadays because more and more with media and I don't want to say technology overall, but everything's going online.
Yeah, like physical copies are going obsolete.
Right, yeah, right. And I'm sure of this, like, there will be a point in the future probably where all corporations own media.
Of some sort.
Like movies, for example. So it's like, it's really just a matter of having, physical copies of that being DVDs or games or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just to preserve media. Because like I said, at one point, corporations will have access to all games and all movies, and we won't. I know that's a little deep and far-fetched, but...
It's kind of like extremist in a way, but like it's just what it is.
Right.
It's how the world is evolving, especially in these past, 5 years, we'll say.
Yeah. we thought in 2025, which is not that far from now, we thought in 2025 we'll be like some fucking Meet the Jetsons type shit.
We thought 2001 would be Meet the Jetsons type shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, like back in the 60s or 40s or something, we'd have hover cars by now. We'd be like, that was the end game. And now that we understand that knowledge, and with the knowledge that we have, we know and understand that that's not the end game. It is just the beginning of what we can do. And corporations understand it's the beginning, and they want to take it further. We'll say that.
Yeah, but
corporations... Corporations bad.
Well, no, it's because, and I'm not trying to be like, yeah, man, we're gonna, fucking...
overthrow the government, coup d'etat the whole fucking America.
I mean, that'd be cool, though.
Fuck it. No, I'll be honest with what I think. I don't care where America is. As long as I can do my own thing, it's better than most places, I'm sure. But I'm happy where I am. If America decides to say, fuck you, individual, then I'll go somewhere else. But for the time being, I'm happy where I am.
I can respect that.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
On what you just said there?
I don't know, fuck America? Or
no, it's just like corporate, like Amazon, they made a new fucking refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not very good at all.
It's not?
No.
Why not?
It's like, hey, so if you want to get that subscription to Amazon now, you would have to pay at least $15 just so you can access your refrigerator.
Oh, I see.
You want that sub sandwich you had in there? Too fucking bad. Gotta cough up $15.
I don't think it'd go that far.
You don't think?
I could be eating my words 10 years from now, but come on, America. You're not that bad, are you?
Okay, this is probably good.
Maybe a little bit too polarizing.
We'll talk more about this in a different time, but...
Oh, yeah. I also kind of want to go back to the idea of podcasts, like our podcast in particular.
Okay.
This particular, what you're saying on the screen, I'm looking at you directly, Carlos.
Right.
But I'm referencing the screen.
Okay.
The tarot cards. I don't have any particular affliction towards tarot cards. I just thought they were neat. I'm sorry if you find any meaning in them, but there's very low meaning. Meaning, Carlos, I want you to explain yours. I'm slightly drunk.
And I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, and that's not to say that I'm not against the whole part of tarot cards or manifesting this or crystals, this and that, because that's shit my mom's into. And don't get me wrong, I've seen some cool ass stores with that focus on that type of stuff, and that actually made me pretty fucking at peace.
Yeah.
So it's this is kind of a field that I'm comfortable with. And, you know what I mean? But it's just something overall, though, I don't take too seriously.
Right.
Other than my mom. That woman, she knows many things, but, I love that woman. She's great.
Of course.
But, yeah, I don't really have much of a problem with that sort of stuff. But, it's something that I'm not really too deep. It's just kind of something, a little idea.
It is nice as a groundwork of ideologies, really, but it's something to believe in, put your faith in every day. I can't see the goodness of that. to put your faith in one thing in particular and hold it to such high standards is a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's crazy too that there are a lot of people that take that shit seriously.
Mega serious, yeah. Hello, train.
Sorry about that.
Goodbye, train.
Goodbye, train. That's the train. His name's Tommy.
Tommy the train.
Tommy the train. Not
Short
Tom.
for-
Not Thomas.
Not
the train.
short for Thomas?
Not Thomas. The train.
Tank. Thomas the tank engine.
Tank engine. Yeah.
There we go.
They're not related, by the way.
No.
Just this guy here. His name's Tommy. He likes to pass by every other hour and be loud as fuck, for no fucking reason. But
He has a slight reason. He has things to get to people. This is America. You got to get things to people, you know?
yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Okay, tarot cards and whatnot.
Yep, tarot cards. That's right. So yeah, that's really just my reasoning for that there. Now, Mostazádh, what is yours?
Oh, my reasoning on tarot cards?
Yeah.
I just thought they were neat. Honestly, I wanted to explain why you were Hermit.
Oh yeah.
Why I'm Wheel of Fortune. Like, this is something we thought up after the first podcast.
Yeah.
All me, by the way.
All him.
You're welcome.
I know. I was quite surprised too, because it's like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Right.
But Carlos is the Tarot the Hermit because yada yada. Go ahead, Carlos.
He was like kind of doing like boy, at me.
Boy,
at me.
hand gesture.
Yeah, a hand gesture at me because I'm over here dressed like a hermit. My hoodie, I'm wearing a hoodie, covered in cat hair right now.
Yeah.
I have not showered today, so I'm smelly. And, yeah, man, I look like I'd walk into a gas station right now and probably buy myself probably 25 worth of snacks. I've done that before.
Yeah, that's wonderful, by the way.
I was so disappointed.
But the symbolism of the hermit itself is like partial isolationism, but also the search for enlightenment. Like on the plus side, it's like the search for enlightenment, as I said.
Right.
But on the like reverse side, it's isolationism and sadness and depression, and that's all Carlos.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because when you had first shown me this, or I think I looked up the meanings of it actually, because you told me, I'm like, huh. So, I looked up the meanings, and when I saw that it described pretty much all of that, I felt attacked. I was impressed, but I felt attacked.
I tell you what, I am the best at attacking people on like a mental level. I do it quite often, especially with you, I've learned.
Yeah, you do, motherfucker.
I'm not going to bring up the special circumstance right now, because I'm sure I don't have the picture, but there's something, and it's funny. And Carlos is scoffing right now.
Don't tell me.
I won't.
Oh my god.
No. But anyways, I am Wheel of Fortune.
That's right.
Not out of any special circumstances, but I do want to take this like 2 minutes to talk about luck.
Okay.
Like, I do consider myself lucky because I think I see things in a very like positive sort of, not objective, but very personally, I think they're nice, in my opinion. Like,
right.
The way I have it in life, in America, in this world, in this time, I think I'm lucky to be living in this time. And I understand that the way I see things is what I believe is luck. Luck isn't, like, some invisible force that is giving you good things, extra money, or critical hits. It is the way you perceive your life, I think. Like, you may not get that critical hit every time, but when you get that critical hit, it's nice,
Right.
And that's the way I see luck. Like, I am kind of fucked. I do consider myself unlucky at some times, but in general, in the long run, I am lucky myself.
Right.
With how I've really come to be a cis white male in America.
Right.
I think that's lucky.
Okay. All right.
On a very shallow level, but on a deeper level, there's a lot of stuff that I can go into, but I won't right now.
Okay.
I'm both lucky and unlucky, all out of my control, something that I think was given to me. And that's the way I see it.
Man, that's honestly pretty cool. I like that. In for the word luck overall, I don't know, because like I've known you all my life, like dude, you're my brother.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Luck is a very Mostazádh word. It seriously is.
Is that so?
Because like it's because I know your favorite color is green, and of course, what do we think of when we hear the word luck?
Grass.
Grass, clover, four-leaf clover, green, luck. It's in the same field.
I see. I was thinking you were going to say money.
No.
Okay. Well, I was thinking money. I just said grass because that's like a diversion. But it didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah. But grass, clover, boom.
Yeah.
Easy.
Motherfucker. So yeah, and at least that's probably just why I think it's a very you word, because you've said that many times that green was your favorite color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite color, by the way? Blue, right? It's pink. That's right.
Blue, what the fuck?
Is it not blue?
No, it's not blue. I have 3 favorite colors.
Okay, that's nice.
Pink, purple,
okay,
and green.
This is where you have to, like, strum it down a bit. Not strum it, but, like, go down a little bit. You gotta say salmon, you gotta say royal purple, and you gotta say, like, either forest green or lime green.
What the fuck are you talking
Is it not lime green?
To, like, the more on the lighter side?
I don't fucking know. Is it, like, olive? Olive, I think, is my favorite shade of green.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, olive is... No, okay, yeah. See, olive is slightly darker.
A little bit.
Lime green is slightly lighter.
It's very lighter. Like, super saturated.
Right.
Anyways.
You seriously lost me at that point when you mentioned other colors.
I think I did, too. Like, you have no idea.
Oh, man, this... Come on, Drejan, we're
this is recording. This is super serious. Come on.
No, it's not. It's not
guys.
that. No, look. Listen, man. We're only 31 minutes in.
Yeah.
You're really gonna give up on me now?
Of course not.
He's gonna give up on me.
No, I won't. Okay. Give me a second.
Do I need to get some water?
No, I'm good.
All right. Oh shit, man.
But favorite colors, you do like pink, purple, and green, which are like very nice. I can kind of tell by the looks of your room. I think I'm gonna take a picture of this so people can see of your dirty ass, gross ass, dank ass room.
I know it's pretty high, right? No, I was really just gonna say. Well, I'll just say it now, and I guess it's right here where you could put an image in. But I have some tapestry up in my room.
Yeah. It's psychedelic in a way, but very like enlightening.
Enlightening? I don't know, man. Because these two, I don't know where my mom got that one, but I bought this one off Amazon.
Yeah.
And then that one right there behind you, I bought that one from a little local joint at the last city I lived in, called Yellow's Mellow Unique Boutique.
I don't think anyone knows that.
Well, no, it's not gonna. Unless you really want to take the time to search that up, then you'll probably find the city I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, no,
but they're nice little tapestries of like these beautifully colored pieces, really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I'm a huge fucking sucker for color.
Yeah.
But
it's got to be these bright, like, saturated, very saturated colors I'm seeing. Right.
Yeah.
And they're just nice to look at when you're high. Like, you do look up at these at night when you're high, right?
When I'm high? No.
No?
Usually when I'm high, I'm just right here trying to fuck around with other people.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's funny too, because I guess it's just because I've had these for a while, I've kind of stopped caring about staring up at them.
I see.
Unless I'm like having those nights where I have a lot going through my mind, but that would probably only be the only time.
I see. Yeah, when you need them, they're there.
They're there. Yeah, I'll probably get more in the future.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, colors, and I just because it's funny because in colors, I never really thought much of colors or anything like that. But it was until I played Hotline Miami.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hotline Miami, one of my all-time favorites, especially too. I love Hotline Miami too. Wrong Number is great. Anyways, yeah, that's the game. That's like the sole reason behind me having like this thing for bright ass colors,
like bright neon 80s-esque.
Not neons, because when you say a bright neon 80s, usually those 3 colors would probably fall under like specifically pink, yellow, and blue.
Yeah,
because that's what a majority of what I've seen online is like.
Right.
But just no, because it's like the game is very trippy. You know, the graphics are harsh, the colors are insane. You got this loud ass blaring techno music, at least in the first game, and you see bodies dropping, heads rolling. And I was only probably 15 when I played that game.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was only 15, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. Like, what a game.
For a 15-year-old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you have not played Hotline Miami yet, please play. Anyways,
if I can bring up a game as well to recommend, I'd recommend Hades.
Hades.
Yeah, like I'm not into that game particular for myself. Like, every time I play it, I still feel like I'm playing someone else's game. Like, that is not a game for me. Adam says the way Adam interacts with me about Hades, like we were playing Guilty Gear the other day. He showed up the Kai, Kisuke, and the Zagreus colors, which is the main character.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like he kind of expected me to be like, oh, that's Hades! That's the fucking Zagreus color! But I was kind of just like, oh, cool. Fucking Hades. Yeah, it's a sick game. Like, I still don't feel like that's my game. I've played, 100 runs of that game.
I know, you spent some time on it, I was going to say.
And I love that game to death, but it still doesn't feel like my game for me. Like, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like, it's a good game, but it's not my game.
So then I gotta ask, what would make a game for you?
I've recommended this to a couple people, but Valkyria Chronicles. Like, I don't remember. I don't know.
You've bought me a copy of that game.
I bought you a copy of that game.
Yeah, right. And I've probably put on at least a couple hours in that game. But go on.
So it's a game that Jason bought for me.
Really?
My stepdad. Yeah. And that among other games, but Valkyria Chronicles really stuck with me because of the nostalgia factor. Really, I remember the first mission of the first game, and I didn't understand how the fuck it worked. But I remember playing it years later, 10 years later, about 5 years back from today, and I understood how to play it. And it's this strategy game. It's anime, cringe, but it's like World War I themed anime.
Right.
Like this sketchbook, storybook type, just like art style. And it's so pretty and nice looking and iconic in a way. And it's beautiful, but it's anime.
Listen, man, it's 2021. As long as you're not a huge anime fan and use Twitter, which you're not both of those. I mean, you do use Twitter.
I'm like half of both one.
Half of both, yeah, exactly. But nowadays, it's just whatever, man. So don't feel bad about it.
Well, okay, yeah.
You've liked worse.
I've liked worse.
I won't say, but I know.
Yeah. But Valkyria Chronicles 2. The first game is available in America. It's nice. I don't remember playing all through of it. And it does have the anime aspects of it.
Right.
Basic, shitty anime tropes. Valkyria Chronicles 4, it has more anime tropes, but it also has more story to be fulfilled. And I can't go through all of it today, but it is just a nice game filled with these nice character interactions. And that is something I value above anything else is, like, even character design. You can have shitty character design, but if you make the characters interact with each other in a nice way, a nice, interesting way, then I can respect that. And it's fun and entertaining to watch. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. So, could that possibly be a reason why you are interested, but got into Octopath Traveler as well?
That is, and thank you for bringing that up. I completely forgot about the game. I want to say, the characters are... That game is kind of like the opposite of what I want. The characters are interesting and in-depth, and they all have their individual story, but there is no interaction between them. Like, the only interactions that you get are these, air quotes, travel banters.
Right.
So after every scene in a certain character's story, you can press the plus button or start, and you get, like, these 5 lines of dialogue between each character, and it's just shallow. It's shallow. It's
right.
The way these characters can talk to each other. Like, you have this merchant girl connect with this hunter lady, and they just say 5 lines, 2-3 lines of dialogue each. And then that's what they say. They're just fucking stale pieces of cardboard in that interaction. Like, it's nice and it's interesting, but that's it. There's no synergy between these characters in combat and any other source of life in any sort of the episode. And it's just, I wouldn't say awful, but it's disappointing.
Right.
Yeah, and it's...
And I mean...
Octopath Traveler is a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, truly. I tell you what, though, Carlos. I gotta piss. Check me edit this out. Go ahead and speak as you want. Give me
Okay.
1 minute.
All right. Will do, buddy. You have fun.
I will.
Well, all right. So that was honestly, I will say I'm quite glad that he was able to speak that much on that. I was not expecting that, but that was honestly surprisingly pleasant. So I will thank him for sharing that with us. But I guess now I would go ahead and tell me my part. So when it comes to video games for me overall, I mean I'm all about for the part of there being an actual good story and well-written characters, because it's one thing that way that'll make the characters seem more human and overall just make the experience more genuine. Yeah, like fuck yeah, that's something that I'm all about. But at the end of the day, I know that for games, some were made at their own time and the times change a lot. But for me, bottom line, a game has to at least be fun and have style, because style is a huge thing for me. Hell, it's part of the meaning behind my name, Csélan. But style is a huge thing, and I'm a fan of Grasshopper Manufacture. And if you know about Suda51, that guy, his middle name is Style. Like, I've played No More Heroes, fucking Killer 7, The Silver Case, and and how he works with things in his other games like Shadows of the Damned and Lollipop Chainsaw. Like, that man is just like, wow. But yeah, no, in style, like look and everything is like at that point on, when I played those games like that, at that point on, that's just what really mattered to me most. And if it could be fun as well, then fuck yeah. Like, let's look at Hotline Miami 1, for example. Like, and if you know about the story, but in terms of it, I wouldn't say it's honest. Like, it's still pretty interesting in a way, but I wouldn't say it's something, I mean, not crazy deep, but deep. But then onto the second game, Hotline Miami, where they add all these characters, adding a whole bunch of flesh to the world and everything. Oh my god, like, you may not think of it much on the first playthrough, but man, like, it's crazy how sometimes people can, like, just, share their thoughts on things about the game or whatever, or about characters, and somehow flesh it out themselves. If that probably won't make any sense, but...
Are you talking about Metroid Dread?
Metroid Dread's a great fucking game. Let me tell you. No.
Okay. What a miss.
So after you left, I was going ahead and just talk. You'll hear in recording, but yeah.
I'll be editing this.
Yeah, you will be editing this. But yeah. Then I went on to talk about what it means to have a good game for me.
Oh yeah.
So then and then I was just talking about style and everything, and that's a huge thing for me. Then I was just talking about Suda51's games.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And his iconic style.
Yes.
Truly.
I want to say his iconic style. You like when you play through his games, every other game is different. And that's the thing that's so refreshing about his games. All of his games are different.
Yeah.
But you could tell it's the same touch on it.
That Suda touch.
That Suda touch.
The good touch.
The good touch, yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. And that's just huge for me, as long as it has style and it's fun, that's a good game for me.
Okay. Can I ask what constitutes a bad game?
A bad game?
What is your least favorite game?
That's a good point. So, I guess one thing with me is that I'm a contrarian. So I'm not gonna like all mainstream games right off the bat.
Can I level with you? I am also a contrarian. I don't like the mainstream. Not most. Sometimes I do. Most of the times I don't.
Right. But yeah, so it's, for me, what makes a bad game is, even if it's not just a mainstream game, like a bad game is something that lacks in thought of game design.
I see.
If there are some obvious faults, like, okay, I understand game development's not easy. It's a pain in the ass, and, I salute to those that are within the game industry trying their best to make a vision that's fun. But anyway, you got a call?
I do have a call.
All right.
Guess what else I'm editing out.
All right. So, yeah, no, it's like I said, I understand game development's very fucking hard, and I respect those within the industry. But if there is proof that you have been taking your time with this game, but have been doing a very shitty job at, the process of it and the gameplay and everything, and then it's just like, at that point, no, it's just like, why bother? Because does it take much for me to enjoy a game? Like I said, as long as it's got style and it's fun, I'm all for it. I don't really care much about story, although I do appreciate it. But it's just, if it's not gonna be a fun time, why bother? I guess you could say that's the good old Reggie quote, but
there's more depth to it than that, though. I'll jumping in.
Right.
Like, something can be unfun, and you could still get into it. Like,
that is very true.
Like chess.
Well, okay, with chess, it's not very unfun. It's just very confusing.
Okay.
But for some, I guess you could say what's unfun about chess is those people that have, like, struggled to pick up on it.
Like, what do you mean?
Because there's those kind of people where it's like, oh, I'm not getting it right on my first try. Well, fuck this then. Why bother at all?
I see.
While some people, it's like, yeah, but let's, like, go through the process of it. Because they know once they reach that point, then it'll, be smooth sailing from that point.
That's true. But I'm sorry to sort of interrupt. What were you talking about that was, like, unfun, why bother type thing?
Oh, no.
Like, in particular.
Like a game that's like that? Or...
Yeah.
Shit, man. I'm gonna see if I can pull my backlog.
Your backlog of video games that you have. How many games do you have in your backlog, by the way?
I have, like, 80 games on my backlog right now. Not
78. Hey, Metroid Dread isn't on your backlog anymore, right?
Yeah, no, I finished it.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, no, okay, well, I mean, I was about to say, the whole fucking Metal Slug franchise, because, my god.
It's not fun, right?
Well, I mean, it's not that it's not fun. It's just with Metal Slug, at least for me personally, it's a game that gets boring very fucking fast. But fortunately enough, each game's like an hour long, but still, like, I'll probably be getting bored, like, on the second level.
So, Metal Slug is like Contra, right?
In a way.
In a way?
In a way.
The whole 8-direction platforming shooter thing?
Yeah.
Okay, 2D is the biggest thing about it.
I mean, you good? Oh, I thought you were about to sneeze.
No, I'm yawning.
No, okay. But I can't really name a game off the top of my head that I found to be very unfun. But I'll know it when I see it. When I play it.
It's hard to, like, talk about the shitty games offhand because there's so many good games out there. Like, really.
Yeah, no, and that's why I said and thank God to, game devs. Support indie devs. If you're buying a game from an indie dev and you're just not feeling it, do not refund. Don't be an asshole. Because even if you're just putting 20 minutes into an indie game and you're not feeling it, just don't.
It's still nice to support small franchises.
Right. So just keep it in your library. Maybe you may come around to it sometime later on, but like I said, just please don't refund an indie game, especially when it just releases too. Just don't. Support indie devs.
Yeah. Even if it's a bad indie dev, well, hold on. I better redact that. Some indie devs aren't worth funding. I'm sure.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way you looked at me, I'm like, yeah.
That's the one. It's that one.
It's that one.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, no, that's just that was probably like, I wouldn't even say 2 cents. That's my 250 right there about
250.
About my feelings about games.
I see. Well, very nice.
Yeah.
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 I don't have that many feelings about games.
And you know, sometimes that's an okay thing, because we have our own feelings. Preferences, yeah.
It's very subjective.
Very.
And you know what? That is where I want to get into a school of thought.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
I've learned, and it's very base level to describe it this way, but Bioshock. We understand Bioshock, the whole premise of it. What I've learned from that game is like a little bit of Ayn Rand, the person that game was based around. Andrew Ryan, the main antagonist, is basically a subscriber of the thought of objectivism. Mm-hmm. And this is where I sort of get a little philosophical and whatnot, but I don't really.
I respect that, though.
I don't complete it very well because my drunk mind doesn't quite comprehend it.
You know, honestly, for this entire time, I think you've been doing a pretty better job than last time.
It's kind of surprising.
I know. I'm just a little bit surprised, but I applaud you. I applaud you, man. You. Of course, just take your time.
I can edit out what I want.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's the beautiful thing. But the main character, the main antagonist, Andrew Ryan, is an objectivist, meaning what a man creates is all that matters. The only thing that matters in this world is what's in this world. And I kind of understand that. And in a way, I do believe that.
Right.
Now, on a sort of similar but separate subject, I've been playing a game called Everything. And it has these not podcasts, but these little audio logs of a man called Alan Watts speaking. And this man in general is beautiful to listen to. He kind of has like this Atlantean 1920s voice. And he's just nice. But what he did as a young child, and I'm going to go into a spiel about this man.
That's okay.
So forgive me if I give some wrong information. This is what I've learned off of just the internet, because, you know, the internet can be wrong. This man was a son of he's someone who went into Chinese, culture as a child. He was in China and learned a lot about the Eastern philosophies and whatnots, religions partially, and he was one of the first to bring it to the Western world in America. And the way he talks about things and the way that life is connected to each other, this universe is interconnected, these connections, connection, and the way we interact with it, the way the world is the world and our language is our language, the things he says about what we say, these words don't exist in the world, it's just our way to perceive them. And that is one thing I love too. The English language in particular can say a lot of things, but, you know, there are words that we can't describe things. I think the Germans have it closest with the way they describe things in the world, but we can't perfectly describe anything that we want. It's interesting to see his thoughts. And that is sort of where I combine the thoughts of objectivism and Alan Watts thinking. And I sort of have my own thinking of subjectivism. And I understand it's probably a thing, but I just want to call it my own because I'm greedy.
That's fair.
But yeah, I do believe in Alan Watts saying that, you know, language is a thing that doesn't exist technically. But I also want to say things in this material world exist. I understand in America things matter, physical material things, money and net worth. I understand that in this world, in this country, to succeed, I need to have some sort of gain. And I don't quite respect that about myself, but to have some sort of platform, I want to have money.
All right.
And also, I'm going to have to, trim this down quite a bit.
Hey, man, I'm all for it.
Excuse me.
You're good.
First of all, if you can't have money, you can't buy alcohol. That is my main import. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that subjectivism, as I said, it's kind of like objectivism. This is wonderful. Take my time.
All right. Yeah.
Objectivism is Very nice. I understand objectivism and having the need to have these material things, but subjectivism, like these material means may mean something to you, but they mean nothing to another person. Like what truly means what true the worth isn't what America says the worth or what the world says the worth is. It's what the worth is to you. Like I think this is something you can like get behind, Carlos, because it's what it means to you. Like that guitar right behind you, it may mean nothing to you. It may mean nothing to the world. It's like $5 in regular value, but it can be something so nice for someone, and it's the subjectivist value.
Right.
And it's I wish I weren't drunk so I can sort of put my thoughts into this in general.
Honestly, I mean, you lost me for just a bit.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I'd say for this the whole time though, you've done a pretty well fucking job. So I don't know why you should stop now.
The thing is though, I've explained the previous like schools of thought in general tones, and I haven't really said mine too much. But I just think that what matters to someone else may not matter to me. What doesn't matter to me may matter a lot to someone else. But it's really what matters to ourselves is what matters. Like, I don't want to give any more examples, but...
No, you're good. You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I've said what I needed to say about examples, but I just want to say the worth of something to me is... I've given up. I might put it in post, but...
Right. I mean, hey, man. I don't know if it was loud enough. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. But...
It was loud enough. I'll make it loud enough.
Make it loud enough. But, no, and honestly, with that in mind, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, there's no way that somebody else is going to be able to fully understand what you know and what things mean to you in a way. Like, that's not practically, that's just straight up impossible. Yeah. Of course, you can come close enough to get on that sort of level on what something may mean to somebody, whether that being just, words or an object or whatever. But, yeah, no, it's just, there's no way. There's going to be no way you can come close to that exact.
No one can truly understand another person's point of view because of how it's subjective, One person can perceive things in their own way, and you can't truly portray how you feel about one thing because there's no words for it, first of all. And another thing, it's just your own experience. You can't tell someone else to have that experience for themselves because only you've experienced it.
Right.
It's subjective in that way.
Yeah.
And I like to believe that I have faith in that.
Wait, like in the faith of just the whole gist of not understanding?
Yeah, like I can't understand anything that anyone else has gone through. I only know my own experiences.
Right.
And through language, I can understand that. I can try to understand your experiences in particular, but I can't.
Right, and it's a good thing that you are aware too. It's a good thing being aware that you're not going to be close to something that somebody may share with you, but it's a good thing that you want to try to, though. Not to say that to feel their pain or anything, just because when it comes to sharing many personal things like what we've been through, whatnot, it's more easier to connect with people that way. At least I believe so.
It's easier to understand. It's easy to be empathic if you understand how empathy works. Right. And that's what you're saying, right?
Well, not the whole empathy part, but just my brain kind of brain's like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
But I can kind of bounce back. Bounce back. But yeah, no, because it's like, dude, I think it was last month, I went to Walmart, and I went there to buy like a picture frame and like a drink, and then as I'm walking out, there's this homeless dude that was just sitting there. I didn't have any more money at that time. I spent my last bit of cash on those things because bills are nice,
America.
America. But, yeah, no, like, I walked past him, and then I realized, I'm like, wait, and I stopped for a second, and then, I decided to go sit with him and talk to him.
You did?
Yeah, and we sat there for about a good 40 minutes, at least I believe so.
Yeah.
And, and this dude was just this homeless dude. I didn't know who he was, nothing. But, he shared his story with me, and it's just like, I don't know, I felt more close to that guy than I did some people that I feel weirded out not being close with, if that makes sense.
I think I think I get that. Because you shared that intimate moment.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I've also seen some, like, TikToks where people were talking about, something that, like, a current situation they're in, and I nearly fucking cried because, I felt their pain. Like, I just, maybe that's just, I think bottom line, that's just, I'm an empath.
That's empathy right there, empathy. Yeah. Exactly. Because you understand your plight in general.
Right.
And you understand other people's plight in that sense.
Right.
Because you've gone through it.
Right. But just overall, like, yeah, you can come close to understanding somebody.
But you can never truly understand.
Right. Right. So I guess that's just where I was kind of getting at, bottom line, just regurgitating what I had said earlier. So I think it's nice to go a little bit more in depth, especially about talking to people. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, conversations are hard. I mean, and it's funny because I have this analogy for a conversation. And of course, you need one core thing. I guess, what's the word? Engagement.
Engagement?
Or just being engaged.
I see.
Because like somebody, and this is my analogy, by the way, somebody will lay out the bottom piece of bread, right?
Okay.
That's the starter point of the conversation.
Back to the sandwich.
Right. To the sandwich, man.
Yeah.
I may have said this last episode now that I think about it.
You definitely did.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll go through it, like, more in depth. We'll add more steps. So each person can put their own ingredients in, but it's the matter of how you put the ingredients in.
There you go.
Like, you can put the cheese in, and it can be like a provolone or like an American.
Yeah.
But the way you put it in has to be entertaining, I guess. I don't fucking know.
A delicious looking sandwich.
Okay, there we go. The presentation of it.
Presentation of the sandwich. There you go. I think that added a little more depth to it. Yeah, Thank you, sir.
So you can put in the cheese at a very even 90-degree angle, or you can flip it 45 degrees and make it sort of diagonal in a way.
Right. So that's just the presentation of the sandwich, that being the conversation, and the taste of the sandwich could be the result of that conversation.
Of course.
Believing that the conversation may have strengthened your connection with that person you just talked with.
Yeah, it may not like add any depth in particular, but if it makes it more entertaining in a way, like that's how you achieve the depth, not the depth, but what was the word you just said?
The taste?
The taste.
Dude, I straight up fucking forgot.
Me too.
Well, you'll probably have to put a text in and just say, like, it was this word fuckhead, because I said it earlier.
Yeah, fuck it.
But I forgot.
It's, it all makes sense, trust me. We understand it because we're empathic towards each other.
Right.
But I'm sorry if you don't understand it. I guess you're not cool.
Yeah, no, fuck you, dude. What the fuck are you even doing here? Why were you listening for this long, man?
Oh, God.
Oh, shit, man.
What are we doing with our lives? We're talking into a microphone, and it's fun. It's fun. This is what we do.
And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, man. And
Carlos?
What?
Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, of course, there's no problem with us questioning this sort of shit, but I say we shouldn't worry.
I'm not questioning it. I'm bringing up... I guess I'm rhetorically questioning it. Because I understand what we're doing, why we're doing it.
Right.
But it's just fun to bring up, why?
Why?
Why are we?
Why?
It's because we can. We live in America. We have a microphone. We have a computer. We have the software which can provide the voices through the microphone into the computer. So why not?
Yeah, so why not? What's stopping you?
Yeah, what's stopping us? Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally
exactly.
nothing.
Unless Hitler came back.
That's...
That was just a joke.
That makes no sense.
Well, no,
unless you want to resurrect Hitler.
No, I don't want to resurrect Hitler, but what if he was resurrected?
then he'd probably be assassinated, honestly. Especially in America. Someone find a way.
Oh, dude. I mean, hey, man, check back in 2037.
Yes. I do want the microphone to pick this up, but... Did it pick it up? I can't tell.
I don't know if it did either.
I think it did. But I put my hand on your shoulder.
Right.
And I tell you, man.
Right.
This is wonderful what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Like, it may not be interesting, but it's a character study.
Yeah.
This is my whole plan from the beginning. I wanted to study the character of the people that I talk to, in particular myself.
Right.
Like, I'm not sure if you want to like interview other people, but I truly do want to see the interactions of people. Like, this goes back to the sort of video game aspect. Like, I love interactions. Like, the characters may not have much depth, but the way we interact with each other is what matters, in my opinion.
And and as humans, it's something that we naturally need. We are sociable creatures.
Social creatures, yes.
So, yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
Just having a heart-to-heart, because, like, yeah.
Yeah, I will say this may not be as entertaining as the last podcast, but I think it's relatively insightful.
Yeah, because honestly, from this episode, I think we did a pretty damn good job.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, what did you learn?
I didn't learn anything. I like to think I at least put myself out there a little bit. Like, I do want to be a cult leader in that way. I want people to understand my ideologies, and I may not say it at first, but I do want to push my ideologies on people. Like, it sounds awful, and I want to be a cult leader. I want to be the next Charles Manson. But in order to understand that we have to understand as people, human beings, we have to understand. And that may sound like garbage, but, you know, I may be drunk, but I kind of know what I'm talking about. Kind of.
I hear you.
Yeah. Understand yourself by... No. Hold on. Let me organize this. Understand other people by understanding yourself.
Right.
And how you understand other people. Right. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. Don't just say yeah.
Kind of. I'll say kind of.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No, but I get that, because, you know, everybody wants to be heard.
Everyone does.
Yeah, and me and shit, don't get me wrong, I want to be heard, but I'm not one that's gonna say, like, I'm gonna scream off the top of my fucking lungs and make sure everyone hears me. But, you know, we all have to share what's on our mind.
We do. And if we don't, we just become lost. Like, truly, the only way... Give me a second. Give me a second.
Or, okay. I was gonna say, do you maybe want to stop at this point?
No.
Okay.
Because if you don't put your opinion out there, you become lost in the world. You just become part of the world. You don't have your subjective thoughts or anything else out in the world.
Right.
In the, there's a word for it. The zeitgeist. The zeitgeist of the language of the world of culture. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that, you just become part of the world. You become a background character. An NPC, if you will.
It's funny because I was thinking the same thing.
Exactly. And you just become nothing in the way. If you're a part of the world, you're nothing. Because in this world that we live in, to be something, you have to be part of the culture. You have to be an opinionated person.
Got to get into information to build up a base.
Yeah. If you don't have information, if you don't have opinions, if you don't have facts, then you just... I shouldn't say you're nothing, but you're just the world.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's really some people out there that'll be okay with that.
There really is, and you know that's the subjective part of it. Like, their world may not be our world, and our world may not be their world. And you know, the world we live in with the internet era, that's not their world at all. And you know, this is the world that we want to live in. What we're sort of laying the foundation of, this is the house we want to build. This is what we want to create. At least the groundwork.
Right. I get that.
And I do think it's beautiful. Like, what we're doing. I'm very narcissistic in that sense, but I like the idea of putting myself out there. I never have been.
Well, it's not really narcissistic in a way because, okay, everybody thinks of their shit, at least one way or another.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No. But that's what narcissistic about it.
Right.
Like, it may not be bad levels of narcissism, but it's still narcissism.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I'm not, okay. What I'm trying to say at least is that, at least coming from that aspect where it's like, not that you want to become famous, you know, be super popular, this and that. No, it's just a sense of being heard. It's just something natural for us.
I see.
You know?
That I understand, and I love that.
Right. It's just natural for us.
I see. Okay. Well,
Nothing,
thank you for...
Of course, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
For reassuring me in my narcissism.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You've developed a lot as a person. I've developed a lot as a person.
You definitely have.
You know, it
we both have. This is sort of the fruit of our labors. Or at least the presentation of the fruit of our labors.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I don't know. If we go far with this, we'll keep you updated.
I guess they'll listen.
Well, all right. Look at that. 1 hour and 11 minutes.
I will trim it down to maybe 50 minutes. I'll take like 20 minutes out.
Oh, you're really going to cut out some of your stuff?
Maybe not some of my stuff, but your stuff. You know, fuck your stuff. You know,
you're
not quite as important as
Listen
me.
here, you fucking prick.
No, but I'm sure like my pauses have taken up like a good 20 minutes, but
yeah,
I'll find a way.
Find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Well, okay. I say that's about that for now. Hopefully, we can get another episode put out soon, but that'll be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you very much for listening this far.
Yeah, if you've been listening to this entire time, God, you're amazing. I love you.
Yeah,
and
we love you. We want to invite you over to have some nice little Jameson parties. And you know what? Maybe next episode we can invite a guest from our random fucking lives, you know?
Right, yeah. We'll discuss this, but when it happens, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That'll be it for tonight, folks. This has been the Querents podcast, and we shall see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.